Alexa, what's the temperature outside right now?
Right now, it's minus 26 degrees. Tonight, expect a low of minus 31 degrees.
That's cold.
Channel 33 RPM, yeah, 33 RPM. Channel 33 RPM, yeah, final gear and more.
Hi, my name is Frank. Welcome back to Sundays on Channel 33 RPM, your channel for vinyl, gear, and more. Hard to believe, but this episode is the kickoff of Season 5 of Channel 33 RPM. That means this is going to the 5th year of doing this, so thank you very much, dear 33ers, for your ongoing support. Now, today's topic, this is a question I've pondered for some time, and that is, can cold weather, can extreme cold damage your records? And this is particularly significant in this part of the world where I live in, where we get extreme temperatures. In the summertime, it can be plus 30 degrees Celsius. In the wintertime, it can be a bone-chilling minus 30 degrees Celsius. So today, we're gonna head outside, I'm gonna put on my jacket, and we're gonna conduct two experiments. First, we're basically gonna freeze a record outside and see if that causes the vinyl to become more brittle. The second experiment, I've seen this one on other YouTube videos before, and that is whether extreme cold can actually physically damage a record. I've seen videos where people freeze a record, bring it inside, and it actually starts to warp before their eyes. I mean, it's hard to believe, but I figured we would try it out. There's actually an extreme cold warning today, so the timing could not be more perfect to shoot this video. Come along with me as we go that way.
Channel 33 RPM.
All right, we are outside now and it's minus 27 or 26. It's cold, but it doesn't feel as cold as you might think it is. I mean, at least it's sunny. It's not very windy. I'm dressed for the weather, so it's not horrible. Anyway, I remember about 6 months ago I was here and I did a video about what happens if you leave a record in your hot car on a hot day. And I left the record in my exterior for about 10 minutes and it warped badly. If you missed that video, I will leave a link to it below. That's part right here. But today's the exact opposite. Instead of plus 25 or plus 30 Celsius, it's minus 25 or minus 30 Celsius. So we're gonna try to see if our record is more brittle in the cold. For this experiment, we're using Pearl by Janis Joplin. It's not particularly nice pressing. It's not really listenable. It's scratched up. It's not warped, but it's scratched up. And I'm wearing glasses. Maybe I should have safety glasses. If I got glasses, I'm gonna try smash it here to see if it's more brittle. I don't think a regular record would smash into pieces if it wasn't cold. Anyway, let's give this a try. I haven't pre-experimented. I don't know what's gonna happen. By the way, I left it in the cold for about an hour. So anyway, here we go. Yes. We can see the cold makes a record more brittle. Let's try that again with this part. Yeah, I'm not even really trying. This is smashing to pieces. The cold definitely makes a record more brittle. Okay, for the second part of the experiment, the victim is this copy of Led Zeppelin's Physical Graffiti. This record again, it's scratched up. It's not warped or anything, but it's just got a lot of scuffs and stuff, and does not make for a pleasurable listening experience. So, sorry Led Zeppelin, we're gonna bring this inside and look at or assess the impact, if any, from bringing a record from the extreme cold to room temperature. You hear that? I think there's snowmobiles coming by. Anyway, this copy of Physical Graffiti. It's not really warped, it looks okay. It's scuffed, trust me, it's scuffed. I'm bringing it inside and see what happens to a record. Again, when you bring from extreme cold to regular room temperature. Won't you join me, please? Okay, coming in from outside. Here is record 1, Physical Graffiti. I can see it's getting some condensation on it from leaving it outside. Let's wait a couple seconds here. I don't know. Some people say if you bring it in from the outside, it causes some warping. There might be some minor bowling on here, but it's really hard to tell. Let's bring it downstairs to the music room. All right, I got the record here. on the turntable. And you can see some weird things actually going on now that we take a closer look at it. And I wish I'd shown some video of the record beforehand so we could do a back-to-back picture-in-picture comparison. Unfortunately, I don't have that. But you can see here, there's some weird things going on with the record. Maybe some bowling going on, or, I don't know, the record doesn't look too healthy. It's not the sort of record I would trust to actually listen to anymore. As I said, I wouldn't listen to it prior to either, and that's just because this record was pretty scuffed up. This record has not been played in a while, and it doesn't look like it will be played again for a while. Okay, 33ers, it's the next day. I'm outside again, obviously. I was reviewing that footage of the record warping when I brought it inside from the cold, and I just didn't feel comfortable leaving the experiment there. I wanted to try it again, and this time take that before footage. So today's victim is this record from Leon Russell, Leon Live. And this time I took before footage, so I will leave it right here. This is the record spinning. This is what it looks like now. It's relatively flat, as you can see. Clearly, there is the evidence. So I've left it outside here for like an hour. I don't know if that's long enough, but we'll take it inside, bring it to room temperature, and throw it back on the turntable. Check it out. Cold outside. I was watching the last video. There's stuff missing here. We don't live like trash. I'm actually just doing some, basically replacing the molding on the door. Here's the record. I know that if I smashed it outside, it would smash like that last record, but that's not what we want to do here. We want to increase the temperature of the record from cold to inside, and again, see if it warps it. I'm immediately seeing condensation on the record. You probably can't make that out, but there's condensation. And let's see what happens. Is this going to warp? What's going to become of this record? Let's give it a minute or two and see what happens. This record is warping right before my eyes. Could be an illusion, I'm not sure. Let's take it down to the music room. Now that I'm here in the basement looking at this record, it actually doesn't look very warped at all, at least not much more than it was before. So really the conclusion, I think, from the last part of this experiment is, well, really inconclusive. Okay, so this is the part of the video where I try to summarize things and try to make sense of what we just saw. And I think if there's one underlying message, it's that you should really exert caution if exposing your records to any sort of extreme temperatures, either extreme cold or extreme heat, because we've seen the damage that either of those temperatures can cause. Now, in terms of the experiments we did today, the first one where the record shattered, I mean, that's not realistic. You're probably not going to take a record, bring it home, and smash it. But it does speak to the fact that vinyl can become extremely brittle when frozen. Now, the second experiment, that's the one I'm trying to wrap my head around a bit more, because we saw two very different examples, and we saw way more damage to the Led Zeppelin record. But that could be due to a number of factors. It could have been left inside longer. The vinyl could have been thinner. I'm not sure. The second record, I mean, we did see some warping or some bowling when we brought it inside. But when I put it on the turntable, it seemed to be okay. So I'm not a scientist. I can't explain exactly what happened there. But then again, it speaks to the fact that just be cautious when bringing records from extreme cold inside. Let the record, keep the record in the jacket, let it warm up to room temperature, and definitely do not attempt to play it until it reaches that room temperature. Okay guys, a really fun episode today, a little bit odd. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. Have any of your records ever become damaged as a result of extreme weather? Let's talk about this. I'd love to hear about your experiences. Other than that, if you enjoyed today's video, leave a quick like. If you haven't subscribed yet, click that button, all that good stuff, because I'd like you to join me here on these videos every Sunday. Other than that, dear 33ers, I hope each and every one of you has a fantastic week. It's great to be back. Until next time, keep on spinning.